action.
Okay, so today we're going to make some flapjack. We're going to use the heat for this, and you'll need a saucepan. We're going to put the liquid ingredients into the saucepan, weigh it straight into the saucepan, so you won't need another bowl, and then your dry ingredients we'll put into a bowl. You're going to turn it on, and with the scales here, you've got your on, off, your 0 and your unit. Make sure your unit is a G on it for grams, and make sure that this is set to 0 once you have the pan on there. So I'm going to set that to 0, and then I'm going to get my first ingredient, which is some golden syrup. Now you can get it in the tins or in these squidgy bottles. These squidgy bottles are quite good because it comes out quite easily. And I just want 50 grams of this golden syrup in here. You could use honey instead if you wanted a more healthier option, but I'm going to use some golden syrup. I'm then going to put in here 50 grams of margarine, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to then put that onto the heat, and I'm going to let that melt on the heat. So I'm just going to turn that up to let that just melt the butter down. So you can stir that in a minute and just let that, bring that to have that heated up. And then in here, I'm also, in the saucepan, I'm also going to add 25 grams of sugar in there as well. Okay, so 25 grams of sugar. And then with my oats, I'm going to weigh out my oats. So I've weighed out my oats, and what I'm then going to do is weigh out some flour. And this is self-raising flour, and it will make the flapjacks just rise a little bit with the raising agent in it. I'm also, to mine, these are optional, but you could, if you wanted to, add some additional ingredients in your flapjacks. You could add some seeds, you could add some raisins. You could add any dried fruit. I'm just going to add a few raisins in mine, because I actually quite like raisins in mine. Okay, and then just give that a little mix, and then go back over to my butter and my golden syrup, and you can see there now that the butter is starting to melt in the golden syrup. Now we don't want this to go boiling away, because what will happen is it will start to caramelise, and then it will turn into toffee. So it will be really thick, and we don't want it getting too thick. We literally just want the butter to melt. That's all we want to do, and the sugar to dissolve a little bit in there. Okay, so that's all I need to do. Just melted the butter, and then as soon as that's ready, I'm going to just, you can do it either way. You can pour that into the bowl, but I think as that's already got quite thick liquid in there, sticky liquid in there, rather than getting my bowl really sticky, I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm just going to give that a little stir. And then what I'm going to do is that is my flapjack mix. I've just mixed that in really well, and then I'm just going to put that flapjack mixture into there seems to be a lot of flapjack mixture for this. It's for a smaller container, so it cooks quicker. So you're just going to, I'm just going to put half of it in there like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you just put that in the oven to cook, and that won't take long to cook. That'll only take about 10 to 15 minutes to cook. So I just place that in a hot oven. Make sure your oven is preheated beforehand. Mine's on 200 and been preheated, and I'm just going to put that straight into the oven there. And that's all you need to do. Thank you.